All right, so we've been on this live for what, 2 hours and 12 minutes, give or take. We've heard it all. We've heard passport bros. We've heard goddamn culture wars. We've heard dudes say that chick didn't like him in high school, and god damn it, man. Is it really that fucking bad for y'all? Listen, I'm not the greatest thing since sliced bread. I can be honest about that. I'm about as regular as they come. You know what I mean? Like, I had probably had about as average an experience in life as any normal other person, right? And I can sit here and tell y'all that I was able to find somebody that I rock with, and she rocked with me, and made a couple kids together, and got the fuck on with life. Is it really? Take all the other shit out. Let's be honest here. Let's take all the other shit out. The generational curses and all of that, because I don't know how that makes us hate one another. How that creates an issue between black men and black women. I don't know how all I get. We got ourselves our own problems with people on the outside of us. But be honest, bro. Like, is it really that hard to find somebody? Because what exactly? All right, what do y'all want from us? What do you want us to tell y'all? There ain't no amount of game I can teach you. There ain't no amount of classes. There ain't no amount of any more of these podcasts that we can do where we talk about this shit ad nauseum. That's gonna make your life right to love somebody. You just got to make a choice. You just have to go out there and make a choice on somebody. And I know there's somebody out there that you rock with, that you kind of see right, and they kind of see you, and just because I'm telling you, I'm not. It can't work for me, and you telling me it doesn't work for y'all.
Sweeney, could I ask you this, or just anybody really? Like, I'm going to mention my word again, perspective. Do you understand that there are some people who just don't know how to have a conversation, right? Like, you cut hair, so we know you a conversationalist. Period. That's you going to get into
I
conversations.
don't talk that much cutting hair, bro. I'm about as quiet as
well,
they. As
most people do. Well, either way, you know how to talk to people. Well, let's say that, right? There's a lot of people who just are a bit introverted. There's a lot of people who don't know how to operate, right? There's a lot of people who have faced rejection, and it does cause trauma to some people.
No,
some people handle it differently than
no,
others.
I get that there's a subset group of people that may experience difficulties. We're talking about a 70% single rate. 70%. That is not a bunch of people who don't know how to talk to people.
Well, we're talking specifically about the guys who might have been rejected and just
the guys that are complaining are not the ones who are introverted. The guys that are complaining are the motherfuckers who can articulate themselves very well. We see them all the time.
They're insecure, hurt, not healed.
It ain't a communication issue at all. These motherfuckers know how to communicate everything.
Do you think that they could be dealing with trauma that they just haven't healed from?
No.
Yeah, not healed.
That one girl, it just took one girl, and it was.
Jesus, man,
I guarantee if you ask every person who
35 and he brought up a situation from 17 was a red flag. Like, you couldn't use a more recent woman who has done that to you in your adulthood life to prove your point. Why did you go all the way back to high school?
That's why I'm saying saying a traumatic event. So let's just say this, right? Let's say let's say what you tell young ladies, right? You'll tell young ladies, oh, you kept messing with the bad dude. Maybe that guy wasn't good for you. That guy broke your heart. That guy didn't work for you. Maybe you should try something new. Do you think that it could be their version of saying, you know what, I'm going to try something new because these girls really didn't like me? And even if they might have got theirs, they probably still see themselves as that person and incompatible with the type of people who rejected them. You think that's a possibility?
It is, but who talks about that? Just do. I mean, I'm just trying to.
The problem comes way before that.
How old was old boy in that video?
He looked like he was in his 30s.
He look like he's still hot.
All right. That dude, I'm gonna be real with you. That dude does not come from a generation that don't know how to talk. I'm sorry. When we talk about a generation that was raised on video game and being distant, that is Gen Z and below. If you in your 30s, bro, and I mean this is late Gen Z and below, you had to talk to people. In high school, you had friends. We all touched grass when we was in high school for the most part. Like you could anything 30 and above, you touch grass in high school.
Good balance.
I guarantee you, the dude in that video got way more play than I did in high school. I guarantee he probably did. And there is no way in hell you can sit here and tell me that 20 years later that you're holding on to some shit that happened to you in high school. High school?
It's all lies, bro. So you know what the problem is.
He goes. I've had multiple people voice their opinions on us experiencing traumas within our own community and then allocating or intentionally utilizing those experiences while we're making decisions so forth in our lives. I've recently came across a video of a young woman expressing how when she was in high school, specifically high school, she rejected nerd men, black men that were perceived to be nerds, that wasn't gangster thugs, Tyrone, Ray, Pookie, all these terms we use. She emphasized how the older men that she showed interest in or gave all the attention to, they were preying upon her and other black women, and the men that they reject today are successful, and that they should give those women a chance and not hold it against them, because now that they're successful, these particular women now want to show them interest and get the same attention in return. They want the men to reciprocate the same attention. So simply get over what happened in high school. Stop utilizing your trauma if the black man or black men perceive that experience as trauma. Don't allow your trauma to put you in a position where you don't make certain decisions because you are always considering those moments in life. So I ask, why should a man who is perceived to be a nerd, who's educated, who wants to do something for himself, show interest in a black woman who then does not reciprocate the same interests and goes and gives the other men, the older men per se, all the attention and the play, and in return they get the clout, the validation, because they're older men, they get money, probably he buy you something to eat, he let you ride around in his car, you feeling on top of the world. But when the older guy is done using you and in a form of abusing you, you come back and you say to the man who showed interest, but now you see how successful he is because he was destined to do that, why does he have to forget what he went through with you? Or why should he not use that experience to allow him to judge each situation when it comes to other women in his life? Why does it have to be what you want? So in the moment you rejected him, it was what you wanted. Now you're not with those men who showed you all that attention, accountability. Now you want the man who you rejected to now just completely disregard what he went through with you and now give you an opportunity to come into his circle, come into his life, and you may not even cooperate with how he operates, but you're so focused on, once again, what you want. So it's all about you, self-centered. You don't have any accountability whatsoever. Why should this man, any man, but specifically the black man, push that all aside and disregard what he experienced when in fact it may be the best decision he can make to not have any involvement with you whatsoever? You made your bed, you have to go lay in it. It doesn't matter, you're a woman. These men weren't preying on you. You made a decision, accountability. You're lacking accountability. And
so mine is going back to the guy and what he's saying. Because I see it from a high school perspective. I see high schools I've been dealing with for 22 years. I see is people who want you, you don't want them back, right? So he can't sit here and say black women not checking for him. The ones that's checking for him, he not want it, right? And I agree with whoever just said, what we want may not necessarily be good for us at the time, right? Everybody want that baddie, but that baddie might be bad. for you, right? She's not the person for you. Why are you running up after her? So why are you gonna get rid of the whole race for two baddies that knocked you down in high school? It don't even be the same women. It's totally different women out there that you are punishing because of women that they don't even know who rejected you in high school. First of all, high schoolers are high schoolers. They do high school things which are not that smart all the time. Trust me, I know. And you're punishing people for something they did in high school, and you're a grown adult. It's crazy to me. Just say, and this is the part that irks me. I am open to people loving who loves them, right? But you cannot blame you loving somebody should not be because you mad at another group of people. You should just love them because you love them. It shouldn't be no because you did me wrong. I'm looking at them. That's like me saying, oh, I was an ugly duckling in high school and I got my beauty. Now I am that cute girl, but I'm only gonna date white men because black men did not want me at that time. Like, what?
And people do it every day. People say that every day. You're right, Shan.
But that's crazy to me because your husband could be right in front of you, whatever he is. He was not in high school with you. He did not do it. He met you at the perfect time. You guys came together at the perfect time. You're knocking your bliss because you're like, you know what? Because he's black and black men, I'm going to thought all of them for, the way they treated me in high school, even though they didn't even know, those particular ones did not even know you. It is crazy to me. I'm just over this whole, the shenanigans I'm seeing on the internet. It's just so wild to